Alright, so Stan showed up, but we're changing plans. We're gonna split up today, but I wanted to show you guys, after I left the fairground yesterday, Stan found...
I persevered. He humiliated me by pointing out my fake silver coins, so I had to get a real one. I got one!
That was John that pointed it out. So he did find a real nice old silver dime. I'll flip you guys around.
John was teasing me, so he stuck his finger in the ground beside my vehicle and said, "Scan here." So I did.
And that's where
92, a foot and a half down. Crazy. Unbelievable.
1928. Canada silver dime. Nice. Alright, you get a little respect back.
I get a little bit back, please.
Yeah. So Stan has decided he's going back out to where we were yesterday in that area, so good luck, buddy.
Okay, good luck to you too.
Traitorous dog. Oh, there he goes. Okay, so a little disappointed because today is Sunday. You see there's a couple of vehicles parked here at the trailhead. It's about a mile down to the lake, and Stan just figures there's gonna be too many people. But once we get down to the end of that trail, we're going off in the bush another 1/8 of a mile, and then we're doing the shoreline, the old shoreline, and there's gonna be nobody in there. So I couldn't convince him to go, so that was Stan's choice. Gage and I will be doing this one alone, but I've got my heart set on this place because I rewatched the video from, well, a few years ago, but I just posted it last week, called Mosquito Swamp. Watch that one. John and I found a colonial axe right there. Oh, awesome. I was not expecting this, guys. A good overload here. I dug it up. And I felt this end first. I'm like, oh, well, whatever. But look at the end of this. That's the old school style.
Yeah.
That is old.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, yeah. Just off the end of the trail, we found a couple musket balls. There was definitely colonial there. And today I'm going back with no mosquitoes this time. And we're going to go a little deeper into the swamp. And who knows what we're going to find. Alright, so got at least a mile hike in here. I remember to bring the extra batteries. We are using the Legend again today. We've got 8 hours on the machine and 2 bars left on the battery status. So we'll see, and then we'll have to hook up the external battery, I'm sure, before we finish this adventure. You know, it kind of irks me. The Stan just does stuff like that. Like, he didn't tell me last night, oh, let's make another plan. You know, just, he shows up and says, no, I'm not going down there. You know, you make a plan, stick to it. Right, Mr. Gage? Swamp is alive right now, guys. Can you hear all the birds? Just this week, everything has come back this week. Dozens of species, songbirds, robins, red poles, all kinds of sparrows. They weren't here a week ago. Their timing is impeccable. And the best part is, no mosquitoes. So some of you guys who've been watching the channel for years know where we are. We're about 5 to 6 miles directly behind my house is where this trail comes out. And we know that that is the main colonial trade route from 350 years ago. So my goal today along this shoreline is to find, you know, trade goods, axes, musket balls, anything voyageur related. Also, Fort La Ronde. Okay? I know it's not where the historians say it was. Are we going to find it down here a few miles down the shore of the lake? I think so. Somewhere. Because it's not where they say it was. Of that, I'm sure. Go back and watch the video I released a few weeks ago. Stan and I talk about it. Well, just reporting in for Stan. We're almost at the lake. I haven't seen a soul. And once we leave this trail, I guarantee you, and we head off through that swamp, that stuff right there, nobody's gonna be out there. Nobody. Most people are too lazy to get out and walk the beaten path. Like this. You get a few dog walkers and that's it. Lazy. Alright, here we go. Off the beaten path. So, it's very flat right here, guys. Something square right there, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna just start swinging right here. That first foundation is somewhere up there. The lake is, you can see it. There's still ice on it, so it looks like sky, but the lake is right there. You can see it right through here. So I did fully charge the headset last night because we have 8 hours on the Legend, and I'm not sure how many hours we're supposed to get on this headset, and that's not part of my testing, and I didn't want them to die, so I charged those. All right, let's get swinging. Well, modern trash. That's the first find of the trip. To be expected a little bit. We're not far enough into the swamp yet, but... Okay, so I'm getting modern trash that's being washed up by the lake in here, but I have to dig it because look how flat it is coming off the lake. And this is where the colonial guys were 300 years ago. It would have been so easy for them to pull in canoes here, you know? And I've got something down here deeper in the roots. Down here in the bottom, but it's under a great big root down there. I'm gonna see if I can get it. I think it's something older. Just after proof of colonial, right? All I have to do is find that one square nail or that one musket ball. And then we dig like crazy. I got it. It was way down under that root, under the root. And it is old. It's a piece of copper, but I don't know. I don't know how old. Look at, we've seen pieces like this before, guys. Look at the like little rivets on the bottom of this. I don't know what it is. I can't be 100% sure, guys, but I think it is colonial. This is an ash tree. These two are growing together, and that's got to be a 150-year-old tree, and it was under the roots of that tree. So that's a clue as well. Here's some more lake wash up stuff. Oh, handles break right off of that. Not much left of that old gas can. Okay, I was getting a solid 18 and then stuck the shovel in there, but hit a bottle. Not that old. Maybe the 18 is a bottle cap. No, the 18 is actually mason lid. So that's old. So, you know, at first I thought this bottle might be older. I don't know. I have no idea. It's single seam on here. You can see the seam right there. But it's not a... It's almost like a... would have been a cork top or something. So that could be older. 40s. And that would coincide with the mason lid that came out of the same hole. Here we are at the foundation, guys. Gage is right down in there in the bottom. You can see the wall goes right here, and then it goes back that way. We found a colonial axe right up in here. So this, you know, whatever this was being used back in the early 1800s. The axe would have dated, could have went right back into the 1700s. That was the style. And if I show you guys the waterfront down here behind me, the water is way out there. It's so tempting. We're up on a rise right here. So this is why they built here, so they could see more. And the only place to pull up canoes is back down here. You know, so I'm thinking maybe going down in there and checking out down there. Can you guys see that little island out there? There are a couple of them along this shoreline. If we go back down here a few miles, we end up at the Lavaz River and my place. And there's another little island right out there in front of the Lavaz. The little island in front of the Lavaz is where they say Fort La Ronde was. But we know it's not there because we have detected 0 signs of it. Stan wanted me to check this island over here, but there's a cottage on it. So I'm not going to. We could go all the way around it because the water is out right past it right now. But I'm not going to. I want it. There's so much space here. I mean, we got 2 miles of swampy bush. I know there's other foundations here, guys. There's not enough time in the day. Square nails. So we know from the bricks that we found here last time and these square nails that this foundation is 1880s, somewhere before 1900 anyway. So right here in the wall of the foundation I was digging, I'm getting some nails and an old 22 casing, but then look what just popped out. Some china here. Thought it was going to be an axe head. That is one heavy duty can though. Ah, look at this. The remains of an old barrel. There's a whole bunch of hoops here, and this one, the tree grew up and it hooped itself. Look at that, 50. That is an awesome signal. Well, there's a nail and a piece of brick out of the hole. 50, I don't know what it is. Something big, I guess. Still in there. Hang on. Oh, square nails in there. What is it? 10 minutes later, there it is. That's old. I gotta say, guys, I don't know why Stan would choose to drive 60 kilometers out of town to a place that we have beat to death and, you know, not a lot of great stuff there. I mean, there's always the chance of a coin, but we spend hours going over the field to get one coin. When I would prefer, and I do prefer, to come somewhere like this and explore that's never been detected. 1800 sign all through here. There could be anything. I wish I had 5 guys out here detecting with me. There's so much ground to cover. All right, guys, there's something again. There's another huge root right in the way. But there's something under here, and I'm hoping that it's an axe head. I can feel, I don't know if this is it right here. There's an edge. If you guys can see, maybe. Oh, I think that's what it is. Right here. That means I've been digging for over 5 minutes when that thing starts sounding off. But right here, I think if that's the edge of it, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's an axe, guys. I hope it's an old one. Oh, it is an axe. Look, I can feel it now. Come on. Come to daddy. Oh. No, it's not. It's old. 1800s old. That's not colonial. Oh, that's still freaking cool. Oh, that is so cool. And the thing that blows my mind is if you look at this axe, it's not broken. Right? So why? Why did they leave these behind? So often we find these. Yeah, your handle's broken, but your axe was still good. So, I know I said it's not colonial. It is colonial, guys. It's a colonial axe. It's not a Voyageur axe. I'm after Voyageur axes. These are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to hide this here for Stan. I'm not going to carry that out. It's freaking heavy, and we're probably going to find a couple more today. We'll hide it here somewhere. So, yes, it is colonial. I caught myself. It's just not Voyageur. Hot, sweaty work, but man, I love sites like this. Nobody's been here. Nobody's detected here except John and I. And there's so much ground to cover. I'm going to have a little lunch. Gage is nowhere to be found, but watch this. He'll be here in 2 seconds here once I open up my sandwich. Didn't even get my sandwich out. Hey? What did you hear? Get out of here. Sit. Oh, you smell like swamp. That's a little better there, Stinky. Get out of my lunch. Sit down. Stay. You can watch the cookie while I eat lunch. Stay. Easy. And then you can watch that one to remind you of what you get if you're good. Oh, you can tell everybody how hard done by you are. But they're not going to believe you. So I took a 15-minute break for lunch. I turned the Legend back on, and now it's showing 2 battery bars. So it must be right on the cusp of switching. Last year we were charging this machine when it got to 1 bar, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to run it right to dead. And if any of the time frames that we've seen so far means we're probably going to get another 2 hours before we lose that last bar. But I'll let you guys know. We'll report, and that will be the internal battery. And then we'll have an idea. We'll hook up the external and we'll do the same thing. Something right here also. I can see, I don't know if this is another little tiny foundation right here, but that's definitely a little rock wall right here. Okay, so this piled stone that I pointed out to you guys from what I think is the root cellar here, that's actually another wall. And then there's another wall over there. There's another foundation right here. So if we come out here up to the top, we can see clearly another building. And here's the front with a couple big stones. All right, guys, it's been a couple hours and it's very, very hard digging up there. So many roots, it's so muddy, and all I'm finding is lots of trash, right? Like old pieces of can slaw, barrel hoops, things that aren't even worth showing. But I'm wondering about coming down here. I'm now in the spot where I think, you know, they would have pulled up right here along this shoreline. Here's an obvious path right here behind me that goes up to the second foundation we found, which is up there by that tree. So I'm wondering if out there where Mr. Gage is, on that beach sand, you know, maybe we can, maybe it's not frozen. We got to go out a little further. Maybe we can find some Voyageur or early colonial musket balls. I don't know. Let's just swing the beach here for a little bit. Maybe it's easier digging. I'm getting worn out. Somebody's happy. This beach is clean! All right, guys. Gonna start making our way out, but I'm gonna head directly over that little rock rise back there. And I have not found what I would consider a barn foundation. There should be a barn from Cranberry Farm back in the 1880s. Could be anywhere. So I'm gonna make my way back through the woods that way towards the trail out, but we're gonna detect along the way. Well, as you guys can see, it's nasty, it's dirty in here. I just want to check up on top of this little rock mountain, and then I think we're going to call it quits. Come on, you got to go this way. That's too steep over there. Right here. You're going to have to jump up here. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. Now I got to jump up there. Getting too old. Oh, oh God. Well, we would have burned a couple thousand calories today anyway. The bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. The other side of the mountain was all that he could see. Well, guys, I just got a phone call that disappointed me. Stan just called me and was bragging about all the cool old coins that he found out at the park here in town. So when he left this morning, he told me he was going out to the old farmstead. He didn't go there. He went somewhere that we decided yesterday, made a plan that we were going to do together. And he went without me, and then he called and left me a message bragging, "Oh, I found this and I found that." Disappointed, guys, that's all I can say. My morality code, my compass says, if I make a plan with you and I'm going to go somewhere, we've agreed we're going to do it together, we're doing it together. And Stan says, well, I can go detect wherever I want. Yes, you can, Stan. And you're going to be detecting by yourself for the next little while because I don't like that. It irked me, guys. I'm going to be honest. Not cool. I did not find that cool that he canceled this morning on me here. Fine, okay. For whatever reason you cancel, right? But that doesn't mean that you go somewhere that we agreed we said we were going to go together. What do you guys think about that? Comment below. Whew. You know why I'm upset, guys? Because Stan lied to me. That's what it comes down to. He knew this morning when he was here that he wasn't going out to the farm. He was going to the easy park to pick coins, and that would be fine. Except that we had made that plan to do it together. And that's what pisses me off, guys. He lied to me.